Imagine driving a car that ages like a smartphone, not in the way its paint fades or seats wear, but in how its very essence, the software controlling its heartbeat, slowly withdraws capabilities you once owned. This isn't science fiction. By 2025, the electric vehicles humming down American highways increasingly operate under a new reality. Their expiration dates are no longer set by rust or mechanical failure, but by lines of code. The cars we once bought as finished products now live as fluid digital platforms, their value streams carefully managed by manufacturers through over-the-air updates and subscription paywalls. The result? A fundamental redefinition of what it means to own a vehicle in the 21st century. The transformation begins with architecture. Modern EVs resemble rolling data centers more than traditional automobiles. Their operations governed by centralized computers, orchestrating everything from acceleration curves to cabin temperatures. Where a 2010 sedan might have contained 30 separate electronic control units, today's models consolidate these functions into powerful domain controllers, essentially making the vehicle a single networked device. This shift enables remarkable capabilities: overnight performance boosts, new safety features delivered via Wi-Fi, personalized driving modes that learn your habits. But it also hands manufacturers unprecedented control. When every system speaks through proprietary software, the balance of power tilts decisively toward corporate headquarters. Consider the experience of a Tesla Model 3 owner receiving a routine update. One morning, their touchscreen offers enhanced battery longevity protocols. What is a T stated, but later confirmed through range tests, is that accepting this update reduces maximum charge capacity by 12%. Or the Mercedes EQ driver who discovers their 90-month Acceleration Plus subscription now includes mandatory data sharing with third-party partners. These scenarios aren't hypothetical. They re-emerging patterns as automakers explore monetization strategies that treat vehicles less as sold products than as ongoing service platforms. The average EV now generates $1,200 in annual software-related revenue for manufacturers, a figure projected to triple by 2030. This economic model thrives on artificial differentiation. Hardware parity becomes software inequality. Two identical vehicles rolling off the same assembly line may offer radically different experiences based on which features their owners rent or own. BMW AS heated seat subscription trial, where customers paid $18 monthly to activate existing hardware, sparked outrage in 2023. But similar practices now permeate the industry under less visible forms. Performance throttling, range limitations, and even cosmetic customizations like ambient lighting colors emerge as controllable variables. The car becomes a mosaic of microtransactions, its full potential perpetually locked behind digital paywalls. Regulatory systems scramble to adapt. Europe's 2024 Directive on Digital Fairness took early aim at these practices, prohibiting manufacturers from degrading core functionality through updates and mandating clear disclosure of software-impacted lifespans. Yet enforcement remains patchy, particularly for global automakers navigating a maze of national jurisdictions. In the U.S., the FTC's right to repair guidelines clash with manufacturer claims that vehicle software constitutes protected intellectual property. A landmark 2025 class action suit against Tesla, alleging intentional battery performance throttling to push customers toward newer models, may set critical precedents. But legal battles move slower than code deployments, leaving consumers in a gray zone where today's purchased feature could become tomorrow's subscription upsell. The environmental implications ripple outward. EVs were meant to be sustainability champions, yet digital obsolescence risks undoing those gains. When a 3-year-old car's software artificially limits its range to 70% of original capacity, as multiple Nissan Leaf owners reported in 2024, drivers face a perverse choice: tolerate diminished utility or contribute to resource-intensive battery mining for a replacement. Repair shops tell stories of vehicles declared totaled not from collision damage, but from the prohibitive cost of replacing software-locked components. The average age of retired EVs has dropped to 6.8 years, compared to 13.6 years for internal combustion vehicles, a statistic that haunts recycling centers already struggling with lithium-ion battery disposal. Consumer psychology evolves in the shadow of these changes. Ownership anxiety replaces the traditional pride of car buying. Will your vehicle's infotainment system still receive security patches in 5 years? Can you trust that promised 400-mile range won't be recalibrated post-warranty? Manufacturers counter with arguments about continuous improvement and safety prioritization. When Tesla removed its rolling stop feature in 2022, it framed the move as necessary risk mitigation, never mind that the functionality had been a selling point months earlier. This tension between innovation and consistency leaves drivers perpetually off balance, never certain whether the next update brings enhancement or erosion. The right-to-repair movement crystallizes as a counterforce. Independent garages now fight for access to diagnostic software, while hobbyists jailbreak their vehicles, systems to regain control, a modern echo of tractor owners hacking John Deere's firmware. Manufacturers retaliate with voided warranties and digital countermeasures, framing these acts as threats to vehicle security. Yet the stakes transcend individual ownership. As cities invest in EV fleets for public transit and ride-sharing, the prospect of municipalities being locked into proprietary software ecosystems raises democratic concerns about who controls urban mobility infrastructures. Peering into the near future reveals divergent paths. Some automakers lean into the subscription model, envisioning cars as Netflix-like platforms where drivers pay monthly for access tiers, basic, premium, performance. Others, chastened by consumer backlash, roll back the most aggressive monetization experiments. A third path emerges through open-source vehicle initiatives, though these remain niche projects dwarfed by corporate giants. What's undeniable is the erosion of the concept of a final product. The car you drive off the lot is merely version 1.0, its destiny shaped by boardroom decisions about which updates to push, which features to retire, and when to gently nudge you toward the newer model. In this landscape, the very definition of obsolescence blurs. Mechanical wear still occurs, but it's no longer the primary limiter. Instead, vehicles face digital senescence, a calculated erosion of utility through software constraints. The environmental promise of EVs hinges on maximizing vehicle lifespans, yet the industry's economic incentives align with shortening replacement cycles. Resolving this contradiction may define the next decade of transportation policy. For now, drivers navigate a world where their car's capabilities and, by extension, their mobility rest on a foundation of ones and zeros that someone else controls. The open road feels increasingly like a subscription service, with every mile potentially metered by unseen code.